All right, so we're all about home gyms today.
Yep.
Getting the most out of your space, your equipment, and obviously your budget.
Yeah, making those dollars count.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people, they get really excited. They see all these like really cool pieces of equipment. They're like, oh, I need that in my gym. But
Right.
do you really, though?
That's the question.
So we are going to be diving into a video
Okay.
from Garage Gym Reviews called The 10 Most Overrated Home Gym Equipment Pieces.
I like it.
So this should be good. This should help us all kind of figure out what we actually need in our gyms versus what we think we need.
Yeah, sometimes those wants and needs get a little blurred.
They really do. They really do.
Marketing is powerful.
Yeah. And you see like the really jacked dude using this thing and you're like, oh, I got to have that.
I need that to look like that.
That's the secret. But it's probably not.
Probably not.
All right. So first up,
Oh,
jammer arms,
oh yeah.
but not just any jammer arms.
Okay.
We're talking about the ones that don't lock. So you remember those Rogue LT150 Cal trolley jammer arms?
Yeah.
Like I was really tempted by that $50 sale.
And $50, that's basically free.
Right, but there's a reason.
I know, and now I know why.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't lock, you're constantly going to be like adjusting them, cleaning up after yourself.
Yeah.
It just becomes a hassle.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about, like, in the middle of a workout,
Right.
we're having to, like, readjust these things. It's like, no, that's not a good flow.
No, you want things to just move smoothly.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I remember, like, in their promo video, they're showing you all these different ways to use them. And it's like,
Oh, yeah, all the potential.
I don't think anyone's actually using them like that.
No, probably not.
It just becomes a pain.
I mean, that's why they're jammer arms that lock, like Vendetta Primal Strength.
Yeah.
Those are much better options. They integrate with your rack, and you're not going to be constantly like fiddling with them.
So you can just get right to it.
Exactly.
Function over form in this case.
All right, well, let's talk about something that maybe is more form over function.
Yeah.
Those massive 6-post squat racks.
Ah,
I will admit, I think they look really cool.
they are cool. I mean, who wouldn't want one of those?
Right. And like that lime green color.
Yeah, it screams serious lifter.
Don't mess with me.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, are they really practical?
I mean, unless you're running a full-on commercial gym in your garage, probably not.
Yeah, and especially if they don't have like cable attachments or other functionality.
Right, they just become this massive monument to your ego.
Taking up all your space.
Yeah, and not really giving you that much back in terms of functionality.
Yeah.
You could get a half rack or a power rack
Yeah.
with attachments and have so much more versatility
Yeah, and save space.
and money.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that old Powerade commercial with the green squall.
Oh, yeah.
All flash, no
Oh,
substance.
show no go.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about something that a lot of people have in their home gyms.
Okay.
Treadmills.
Yeah.
I'll admit I have one,
Okay.
but have we been seduced by marketing?
It's possible.
Because
I mean, running outside is free.
that's true.
You get the fresh air, the
The
sunshine.
scenery.
Yeah. And a treadmill can't really replicate that.
No, it can't. And plus, I mean, let's be honest, sometimes they just become a very expensive clothes rack.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen that happen.
Yeah. So maybe if we're really trying to optimize our home gym space, maybe that space could be used better
Absolutely.
for other things.
Strength training equipment, for example.
Yeah. All right. Now, I'm easily tempted by those specialized machines.
Okay.
Like, the calf raise machine or like the preacher curl bench.
Oh, yeah.
They look really cool.
They do. They look very efficient. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to get amazing calves or amazing biceps.
Yeah, this is the key.
Yeah. But in reality, they often take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
And honestly,
They're
quite
outfit-
these same results with other equipment. Yeah. It's like, buying a whole new kitchen appliance just to make one specific dish.
Right. Exactly.
So for calf raises, you could use a Smith machine attachment.
Yep.
Calf blocks, or even just dumbbells.
And for preacher curls, you could just get an ab mat preacher pad.
There you go.
Problem solved.
And save a ton of space
Mhm.
and money.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right, now let's talk about dumbbells.
Okay, the bread and butter.
Yeah. So those fixed dumbbells, they give you that commercial gym feel.
They do.
But are they the best option for a home gym?
In my opinion, no.
Okay.
Adjustable dumbbells are the way to go.
Okay, so tell me why.
You get a much wider weight range. You can adjust the increments,
Yeah?
and they take up so much less space.
Yeah, you don't want to be tripping over all those dumbbells
Exactly.
in your home gym.
Plus, you can adjust the weight quickly
Yeah,
during your workout, which is important for a smooth flow.
that's a good point.
And, Rep Fitness makes some great adjustable dumbbells. Very high quality, and they're not crazy expensive.
So it's all about adaptability
Yes,
and space optimization.
absolutely.
All right, well, this next one's kind of funny. So, our videographer, Nathan,
Oh, yeah.
um, he went down kind of a rabbit hole with loadable dumbbells.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started with the Rogue DB15s,
Okay.
and he bought like a mountain of 10-pound bumper plates.
Wow, he went all
He
in.
thought he was set, but I think,
It backfired.
yeah, loadable dumbbells, do they have their place?
Yeah, for specific applications, maybe?
Yeah.
But for most people,
They're just not practical.
no, especially in a home gym.
Yeah, I mean, all that loading and unloading plates in the middle of your workout,
It takes forever.
and it's like, some people, it's that gym bro appeal
Right.
versus like home gym reality.
It doesn't always translate.
No, it doesn't. All right, now GHDs and reverse hypers.
Interesting.
I will admit I have been tempted by the aesthetics.
Oh, yeah. They look cool.
They do look really cool.
Very impressive.
But are they really useful?
Well, I mean, if you're into CrossFit or you want to do specific GHR exercises, then yeah.
Yeah.
But for most people,
Glorified drink holders.
basically.
I mean, I bought a combination GHD reverse hyper.
Oh, wow.
You went all out.
I thought I was going to use it all the time.
Right.
It mostly collected dust.
And,
Yeah.
it takes up a lot of space.
So much space.
You could use that space for something much more versatile,
Yeah.
like a Nordic curl board
Yeah.
that targets your hamstrings just as effectively.
And takes up way less space.
Exactly.
All right. Well, when you're first starting out with a home gym,
Yeah.
plate-loaded machines, they can seem really appealing.
Right. You think, oh, I've already got the barbell and the plates
Let's add more to my routine.
without spending too much.
But there's a hidden cost, right?
Yeah, the hidden cost is time,
Ah.
loading and unloading plates.
Yeah.
For every single set, it gets old fast.
It's like washing dishes by hand when you have a dishwasher.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
why? We have technology for this. You want to be efficient with your time.
Especially when you're trying to squeeze in a workout.
Exactly.
So machines with weight stacks.
Much more convenient.
Yeah.
Much more efficient.
All right. Well, this one's kind of funny.
Okay.
Basement gyms.
Oh, boy.
Now, I get it. Some people love them.
Yeah. Some people have no choice.
Yeah.
But if you have a choice,
I mean, garage gyms?
closer to heaven.
Yeah. Basement gyms.
Yeah, I don't know about
A
that.
little dungeony.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. I'm all about like maximizing space.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said about
Yeah.
natural light.
Fresh air.
Yeah. It does make the difference.
It affects your mood for sure.
All right. Let's talk about one of the hottest fitness trends out there.
Okay.
Cold tubs.
Ah, yes. I mean, everybody's getting into them.
They are everywhere on social media.
It's the new thing.
Yeah. But are they really worth it?
I mean, they can be beneficial,
Yeah.
but they're expensive.
And are you really going to use it consistently?
Yeah, that's the question.
Or is it just going to become like another piece of furniture
Yeah, another thing taking up space
that you spend a lot of money on?
and not using.
Yeah. I predict a lot of secondhand cold tubs hit in the market soon.
I think you're right.
So maybe wait it out a little bit.
Yeah, see if it's really for you.
Yeah. Now, combining a cold tub with a sauna,
Now that's next level.
that does sound amazing.
Yeah, that contrast between hot and cold.
Yeah.
It can do wonders for your circulation, muscle recovery, even your mood.
But I mean, that's a whole other level of commitment.
Yeah, the commitment of money.
Of space.
Yeah, you need a bigger house for that.
All right. So we covered a lot of ground today.
We did.
What are some key takeaways for our listeners?
I think the biggest one is to really think about what you need
Yeah.
for your individual goals and your space.
Yeah.
And don't get caught up in the hype.
Don't get seduced by the marketing.
Exactly.
Think about your budget. Think about your space. Think about what you actually enjoy doing. And don't be afraid to think outside the box and find those creative solutions.
We don't need all the fancy stuff.
Right. There's more than one way to reach your fitness goals.
Absolutely.
All right. We're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with more of this deep dive into overrated home gym equipment.
Sounds good.
So we're back talking all things home gym equipment.
That's right. Making sure you're getting the most out of your setup.
Yeah, last time we were talking about those jammer arms and those massive 6-post squat racks.
Oh, yeah. Lots of flash.
And whether or not you actually need a treadmill.
The eternal question.
Right, and the specialized machines, like you really need a calf raise machine.
It's tempting,
Oh, it's very tempting.
but not always practical.
Exactly. And then we were talking about the dumbbells, fixed versus adjustable. And our videographer, Nathan, and his loadable dumbbell saga.
Ah, yes. Nathan's quest for the perfect dumbbell.
He's still on that quest.
He'll get there.
He'll get there someday.
Eventually.
But let's move on to another category of equipment that I think can be a little bit polarizing.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Plate-loaded machines.
Yes.
So, I mean, they seem like a good budget-friendly option, especially when you're first starting out.
Right. You think, oh, I've already got the barbell and the plates.
Why not add more exercises to my routine?
Without spending a fortune.
Exactly. But there's a hidden cost.
There is time that loading and unloading of the plates for every single set.
Yeah. You could just imagine trying to fit in a quick workout. You're spending half your time just messing around with plates.
Right. It just kills your flow.
It's like washing dishes by hand when you have a perfectly good dishwasher.
Exactly. It's like, why are we doing this the hard way?
We have technology for this.
Right.
So machines with weight stacks.
So much more efficient.
Yeah.
You just pop the pin in and go.
You can adjust the weight quickly.
Yeah. No wasted time.
Speaking of machines, this is something that the Garage Gym Reviews video touched on, and I thought it was kind of funny.
What's that?
Basement gyms.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
No offense to anyone who trains in their basement.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's all you got.
Yeah. If that's your only option. Garage gyms just seem more
inspiring.
Yeah, there's something about them.
The natural light, the fresh air.
All right.
It makes a difference.
It really does. It affects your mood.
It does, for sure.
All right, let's talk about maybe the hottest fitness trend right now.
What's that?
Cold tubs.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
All over social media.
Everyone's got one.
But are they really worth it?
I mean, cold exposure can be beneficial.
Yeah.
But a cold tub is a serious investment.
It is.
You got to think about, are you really going to use this consistently?
Right. Or is it just going to become another piece of furniture?
Taking up space in your house.
That you spent thousands of dollars on.
Yeah. And, you could have used that money for something else.
For sure. I predict a lot of secondhand cold tubs hitting the market soon.
Oh, absolutely. People are going to realize it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Now, combining a cold tub with a sauna.
Okay, now that's a different story.
That does sound amazing.
Yeah. The contrast between the hot and the cold.
Yeah.
It can be incredible for your body.
Yeah, your circulation.
Yeah, muscle recovery.
Your mood.
Even your sleep.
But, I mean, that is a serious undertaking.
It is.
You need the space, the resources.
You probably need some plumbing expertise.
Yeah. And a bigger house.
Maybe a second mortgage.
All right, let's move on to a piece of equipment that I think often gets a bad rap.
Okay, what is it?
The Smith machine.
Ah, yes, the Smith machine.
Yeah. I mean, it's often seen as kind of like the black sheep of the weight room.
Right. Don't use the Smith machine.
Yeah, it's not real lifting.
But is it really that bad?
Well, I mean, it does have that fixed path of motion.
Yeah, which can be a good thing.
Yeah, especially for beginners.
Or if you're lifting really heavy.
Yeah, you don't have to worry so much about stabilizing the bar.
You can really focus on just pushing the weight.
And it can be good for isolating specific muscle groups.
Right.
Obviously, it's not a replacement for free weights.
No.
But it can be a useful tool.
Used strategically, right.
It's all about understanding the strengths and limitations of each piece of equipment.
Absolutely. You have to use the right tool for the job.
Okay, let's talk about another machine that often gets a bad rap.
Oh, boy. What is it?
The leg press.
The leg press.
I've seen people load those things up with a ridiculous amount of weight.
Oh, yeah. They go way too heavy.
Their faces are turning purple.
Yeah, they're grunting and straining.
Like they're trying to impress everyone in the gym.
But they're the only ones who care.
Exactly. So what are some common mistakes that people make on the leg press?
Well, like you said, going too heavy.
Yeah.
Sacrificing form for weight.
Which can lead to injury.
Absolutely. Your back, your knees, your hips.
Yeah. So what should people be focusing on instead?
Quality over quantity.
Okay.
Start with a weight you can control.
Yeah.
And maintain proper form throughout the entire movement.
So don't go too heavy.
Right.
And what about the range of motion? I've noticed a lot of people, they bring their knees almost to their chest.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
Is that a good thing?
Not really. You're putting a lot of stress on your lower back and your hips.
Okay.
You usually want to stop the movement when your knees are bent at about a 90-degree angle.
So controlled range of motion.
Exactly.
That prioritizes safety and effectiveness.
That's the key.
All right, so the leg press, it can be a good exercise for building leg strength.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you got to use proper technique.
Absolutely. Form is everything.
All right, let's talk about cable machines.
Okay.
They're very versatile.
Oh, yeah, they are.
You can do so many different exercises on them.
Upper body, lower body core.
Target all sorts of muscle groups, but
They can be pricey.
they can.
And they take up a lot of space.
They do if you have the space and the budget.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to have a dedicated home gym space.
A cable machine can be a great addition.
Definitely. But if you're working with limited space,
Yeah.
there are plenty of alternatives.
Like what?
Resistance bands,
Okay.
dumbbells, body weight exercises.
So you can still get a great workout.
You don't need a cable machine.
Awesome.
Ah.
All right, let's talk about a piece of equipment that I think is often overlooked,
Okay, what's that?
but can be really valuable.
Okay.
The adjustable bench.
Ah, yes, the humble adjustable bench.
It's like a workhorse.
It is. It really is.
You can use it for so many different exercises.
Bench press, incline press, shoulder press rows.
The list goes on.
You can even use it for core work.
It's like the Swiss Army knife of gym equipment.
I like that analogy.
So what should we look for in an adjustable bench?
Well, first and foremost, stability.
Okay.
You don't want to be wobbling around when you're lifting heavy weights.
No, that's not good.
Durability.
Okay.
You want something that's going to last.
Right.
And ease of adjustment.
Yeah, you don't want to be fiddling around with like a bunch of pins and levers.
Yeah. Right. You want to be able to change the angle quickly and easily.
So you can keep your workout flowing.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right, we've covered quite a bit today.
We have.
Plate-loaded machines, leg presses, cable machines, adjustable benches. But before we wrap up, I want to touch on one more piece of equipment
Okay, let's hear it.
that often falls into the overrated category.
Okay.
The preacher curl machine.
Oh, yes. The preacher curl machine.
You see those in a lot of gyms.
They do look kind of cool.
They do, and they promise like perfect bicep peaks.
Right, like you're going to get those massive biceps.
But are they really necessary?
I mean, it's an isolation exercise.
Right.
And isolation exercises have their place,
Yeah.
but they're not essential.
For building overall
Yeah.
strength and muscle.
Right.
So unless you're like a competitive bodybuilder,
Yeah,
you probably don't need a dedicated preacher curl machine.
exactly.
You can get similar results with dumbbells,
Resistance bands.
an incline bench.
You don't need the fancy machine.
It's about working smarter, not harder. So I think the key takeaway here is just to think critically about your fitness goals.
Yes.
And the equipment that will actually help you achieve those goals.
Don't get caught up in the hype.
Right. Be a savvy consumer.
Do your research.
Make informed decisions about your home gym.
Exactly.
Now, I think it's important to take a step back and look at the big picture,
Okay.
because we can get so focused on like individual pieces of equipment.
Right. We get lost in the details.
Yeah. That we forget about the overall goal.
What are we actually trying to achieve?
The most effective home gym.
Is the one you actually use,
Exactly.
enjoy.
It doesn't have to be the most expensive or the most elaborate setup.
You know?
It's about creating a space that motivates you to move.
And that supports your fitness journey.
All right. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive,
We have. We've gone through a lot of equipment.
but we're not done yet.
There's still more.
So be sure to join us for the final part
Yes.
of this deep dive into creating the ultimate home gym.
We're going to talk about cardio equipment recovery tools and those little extras that can really enhance your workout experience.
So stay tuned. All right, so we're back for the final part of our ultimate home gym deep dive.
That's right. We're going to wrap things up today.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground already. You know, the big ticket items.
Yeah, all that strength training equipment.
We busted some myths about some overrated equipment.
Hopefully saved you some money.
Exactly.
Along the way.
And now it's time to kind of round things out
Yeah, fill in some of those gaps.
and talk about, you know, those little extras that can really elevate your home gym experience.
Yeah, make it a place you actually want to spend time.
Exactly. So let's start with cardio, because we talked a lot about strength training,
Yeah, we did.
but a well-rounded fitness routine includes cardio.
Absolutely.
And we talked about treadmills,
Right.
how they can be a little bit space-consuming.
Yeah, especially if you have the option to run outside.
Yeah. So what are some good alternatives?
Well, one that comes to mind is a rowing machine.
Oh, yeah. I'll admit, I haven't given rowing machines much thought.
Really?
I kind of always saw them in the corner of the gym,
Yeah, they're kind of tucked away.
but maybe I'm missing out.
I think you are.
Okay, sell me on a rowing machine.
So rowing machines are a fantastic full body workout.
Okay.
They're low impact and they're super efficient.
So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah, you're working your legs, your core, your arms, your back.
All in one.
All in one motion.
It's like the multitasking cardio machine.
It is.
I like it.
And they take up way less space than a treadmill
Oh, well, that's a good point.
or an elliptical.
So if you're looking for a challenging but joint-friendly cardio workout,
A rowing machine is a great option.
okay, I'm sold. But there's so many different types of rowing machines.
There are.
What should I be looking for?
Well, the two main categories are air resistance and magnetic resistance.
Okay.
Air resistance machines are usually a little bit more affordable.
Okay.
And they give you a more intense workout
Yep.
because the resistance increases the harder you row.
Oh, so it's like battling the wind.
It is.
The harder you push.
The harder it pushes back.
Okay.
Magnetic resistance machines,
Yeah.
they're a little bit smoother, a little bit quieter,
Okay.
and they let you adjust the resistance level more precisely.
So it's really just personal preference.
It is.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about something we all experience after a good workout.
What's that?
Soreness.
Ah, yes, the price we pay.
So what are some tools that can help us recover faster?
Well, one of the simplest and most effective is a foam roller.
Oh, yeah. I hate my foam roller.
It's one of those things.
It hurts so good.
Yeah, it can be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's really good for releasing muscle tension,
Okay.
improving flexibility, and increasing blood flow to those sore muscles.
I've also heard about massage guns.
Yeah, those are popular these days.
Are they worth the hype?
I mean, they can be.
Yeah.
They're good for targeting specific muscle groups.
Okay.
Kind of like a deep tissue massage. Can be helpful for athletes or people with chronic muscle pain.
But they are an investment.
They are.
So you want to make sure you're actually going to use it.
Yeah, don't just buy it because it's trendy.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to those little extras that can really enhance your home gym experience.
Okay, let's hear it.
One thing I found super helpful
Okay.
is a whiteboard.
A whiteboard. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it seems simple,
It is.
but it's effective.
It is. It's a great way to track your workouts, set goals, stay motivated.
Yeah, you can write down your workout plan for the day,
Yeah.
track your sets and reps.
I even write like motivational quotes on mine
Oh, that's a good
to
idea.
keep me going.
Whatever works.
Another essential for me
Oh, yeah.
is a good sound system.
Oh, yeah. Music is essential.
Music can make or break a workout.
You can?
Having a good playlist
I get pumped up.
gets you in the zone.
Yeah.
And also, don't underestimate lighting.
Oh, that's a good point.
You don't want to be working out in a dark, dreary space.
No, you want good vibes. Yeah, you want to feel energized
Natural light is best.
if you can get it.
But if not, make sure you have good lighting in your gym.
And then finally add some personal touches.
Yeah, make it your own.
Yeah, plants, artwork,
Like motivational posters.
whatever makes you feel good.
Whatever inspires you.
It's your space.
Make it a place you want to be.
So there you have it, a comprehensive guide to building the ultimate home gym.
From the equipment to the vibes.
Remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
It is.
It's about finding what works for you.
For your goals. For your space.
Keep exploring. Keep experimenting.
And most importantly,
keep moving.
that's right.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of home gyms.
It's been a pleasure.